Lynette? What are you doing? You're not welcome here.
I've been to the Fleuve Sandra plenty of times before. This is the first I'm hearing about me not being welcome.
Things are different around here. You might be used to a crowd of bootlicking morons fawning over you wherever you go, but not down here. We know what you are.
Bootlicking morons? I don't know. I've never met this kid before.
Gina, stop that! Go home now!
Jillian!
No buts. How many times do I have to tell you? That had nothing to do with Lynette. If you don't leave right now, I swear I'll never invite you to one of my shows ever again!
Jillian! Just because Lady Farina speaks highly of you, it doesn't mean you're all that.
I'm so sorry. Gina's always been a strong-willed child. That's why I never let her visit me at work.
It's okay. I have younger siblings too, so I get it. She's in her rebellious phase, huh? If you let angsty kids get you riled up, they'll drain all your energy. So don't worry, I won't let it get to me.
Well, this situation's a little different in this case, but still, thank you. So, what brings you to the Fleuve Sandra?
We heard about it from Maloney. He said you were originally supposed to play the lead.
Maloney, huh? Of course he couldn't keep his mouth shut. I'm sorry. I never mentioned it because Director Mary was very clear that I mustn't let any of it affect you. What's this? I don't know, who would do something like this?
Don't be scared, Jillian. Just tell us what you know.
Okay, I'll try. It's true. I was originally cast as the lead in The Lost Puppet. I've worked with director Mary many times before, but only in minor roles. The audiences and critics never had much to say about me. Nothing terrible, but nothing amazing either. A few months ago, Mary Yu started working on a new show, so I plucked up the courage to ask him if I could take the leading role. He was hesitant, but he agreed to let me try for the part. We did a few rehearsals, everything seemed to be going okay, but then...
There's been a change of plan. Gillian. The leading role will now be played by Lynette.
Lynette? But she always turns these things down, doesn't she?
And that's why we cannot afford to waste this opportunity. Gillian, I understand how you must be feeling. But Maloney and myself have to do what's best for the production as a whole. Next time, the lead will be yours. I promise.
I was incredibly disappointed at first, but I also know full well that I don't have Lynette's star power. Without Lynette, how could we ever convince people to pay money to go and see a masked mime show? And if the show was a flop with me in the leading role, how would I answer to the director and the rest of the cast? Then, I got to meet you on stage and found that you're really down to earth. In a way that whatever disappointment I had left at that point, I certainly wasn't about to take it out on you.
By wasn't bad, you mean it wasn't great either. So, I'm guessing Mario changed the script to simplify the protagonist, make her a dumbed-down version of the mechanical puppet that I could actually play.
He did make some changes to the script, yes? Jaik, one of the other actors. He likes to collect Dr. Mariu's old drafts because he hopes to be a director himself one day. He also lives nearby. I can arrange for you to meet him at the tavern.
Makes sense. I always see him talking to Mariu. Alright, see you at the tavern then.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Gillian brought me up to speed on the situation. I'm here to help however I can. Here, this is the script. That's always the way with pen and paper drafts. Even the final script is full of last-minute changes by the director. There should be a cleaner copy of the original script in here somewhere. Sorry, it's all a bit mixed up. I just grabbed the whole stack of paper since I was in a rush.
No problem. Now activating search mode. I'll go through one page at a time.
Just say what you mean. No problem's too big to solve.
You know why I pulled you over just now, sir? Sorry, I was speeding. I'm gonna have to write you a speeding. Because my wife is giving birth to my son. Which hospital?
South Central General. How can I help you?
I was wondering if there are any mothers here who are giving birth to babies and there isn't a father.
A lot.
Oh, thank God. That's excellent. I'll take her. Hey, hon! I'm trying to get her the speeding ticket. Just play along until he leaves.
You're late.
You know why I pulled you over just now, sir? Sorry, I was speeding. No.
Comprei a escova tira pelos para meus gatos. E eles amaram ser escovados. Além de tirar os pelos soltos, ela também faz cafuné. Me surpreende com o tanto de pelo que saiu. Comprei a escova tira pelos para meus gatos.
Just say what you mean. No problem's too big to solve.
Isso daqui é sensacional, vem cá ver que eu vou te mostrar.
Gente,
The protagonist returns to the ruins where she began and performs a dance in honor of her deceased companions. She dances until her joints have rusted stiff and mechanical parts are falling from her body. Yep, that's not something a novice could hope to pull off after just a few months of rehearsals. Frankly, I think that the original script is much... Jillian, shall I go tell Mary to put you back?
What? Are you serious?
But not such a rare one for me, though, right?
That's different. This isn't you as part of a magic duo. It's a chance to star as the main character in a show.
Fame and small, but if you play the lead, the fame will be yours, and I get to be free. Sounds like a win-win, don't you think?
It'll never work. There's no way Director Mariu or Maloney would ever agree to it. The set for Act 4 would need to change, as would all the marketing materials. And that would mean asking Maloney for a lot more Mora. Changing actors at the last minute is just too risky. If anything went wrong, plus, Maloney's friends have already published a ton of articles saying how this if Lynette quit the show and if Lynette left, they'd sooner stop the whole show than let me take her place.
Stop the whole show? But all the people...
You do? What? That's a bold plan. I'm in.
You know, it's a little crazy, but it might actually work.
No way. It's not worth taking such a huge risk just for a chance to be in the spotlight.
Jillian, you said before, whatever disappointment I had left, I wasn't about to take out on you. In other words, that disappointment is still there, but you've kept it bottled up inside. Be honest. You still hope to play the leading role, don't you?
But the thought of putting so many people out just for my sake?
You think they'd be put out? That's not how I see it.
Jillian, you were more dedicated than anyone during the rehearsals for the original script. We all saw how hard you worked for this role. And I think you know that unless we decide to make a stand here, the path we're on is only going to take us further and further from our dreams, all of us. So take it from me. You
Guys, okay. Let's do it. I will play my part.
Yes! I knew you'd come around. All right, I'll let the rest of the troupe know, and we'll start preparing immediately.
Wonderful. This solves everything.
Wait, But what about the threat?
As long as we stick to the plan, I'll give up the lead role, so it won't matter anymore, right?
But surely you want to know who it's from. If they're out there and no one's keeping an eye on them, what if they come looking for
I doubt they will. It's supposed to be a threat, but who knows? Maybe it was just a fan of yours having a moment.
a fan?
Maybe there's someone out there who really appreciates your talent, even in the supporting roles. It's getting late. We should be leaving. Come on.
I'm such an idiot.
Sorry for manhandling you. You looked like you were seconds away from figuring out who sent the letter, so I had to act fast. It was cheap.
Just because Lady Farina speaks...
I'm so sorry. Gina's always been a strong-willed child. That's why I never let her visit me at work.
I guess she must have snuck into the drinks reception and overheard our conversation with Farina. She idolizes Juliet, both as an older sister and an actress. And she watched to make matters worse, all the critics were hailing this amateur as a perfect fit. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Like I said, getting angry at angsty teenagers is draining. Besides, if it was my younger brother or sister and they found out I'd been treated unfairly or had an opportunity stolen from me, I was in Jillian's position once. Back when Linny and I were starting out, before we got famous, we just had to take things a day at a time. Doing our shows, slowly trying to build up our reputation. So I can understand Gina's frustration. Still, she could definitely use some pro tips on how to write a threat letter. No, the way she looks at me is indignant. Frustrated, but not malicious. Plus, she didn't even try to hide how she felt. Whoever was giving me that evil stare was backstage. Blending into the crowd at a drinks reception is one thing, but trying to blend in backstage, where everyone's on high alert waiting to be called on stage, would be a lot more difficult. We'll find out who it is before too long. In 2 days' time, and on that note, guess I'll see you at the Opera House. Bye for now.
Estou participando do marketing, aparentemente, que sai lá fuga, Ray Tracing digital, chegando no Black Myth Full Mono. Está mostrando aí a questão dos reflexos na água e tal. Realmente impressiona os gráficos do Black Myth. É uma das coisas que a gente... Oh, caraca, isso aqui é sinistro. A iluminação... Eu gosto muito de dar uma olhada nessas coisas de iluminação. Né? Porque, tipo assim, a luz entra por aqui, aí bate aqui, faz esse efeito aqui. Só que se você for ver aqui em cima, né, essa parte de cima, ela também está sendo afetada pela luz que entra aqui, só que indiretamente. E olha só como é impressionante, né, o detalhe que aqui está de um jeito e vai reduzindo e tal, para tentar ser mais realista possível. Eu acho muito interessante isso. Aí Global Illumination mais uma vez, agora numa parte mais externa, né? Mostrando os efeitos em cada folha ali, né? Muito legal. RTX On, né? Agora mostrando um pouco mais das sombras, o detalhe das sombras das plantas e tal. Essa doideira.
Designed by my mother. Have you noticed how it's shaped like a heart?
De novo, as sombras, né? Fully Ray Traced Shadows, né? As sombras com Ray Tracing e tal. Tá muito bonito, realmente. E aí é uma batalha contra um boss bolado, escorpião. Insano esse bicho, tá? Muito foda esse bicho. Isso é uma das coisas que mais está impressionando, são esses designs de chefe. Similar ao que a From Software faz, né? Conseguindo esses chefes tão incríveis que eles estão fazendo aqui. Muito foda esse escorpião aqui, tá? 20 de agosto de 2024. Vamos ver, né, se vai realmente sair. Se vai ser, isso aí que eles estão prometendo. Muito foda esse escorpião aqui que eles arrumaram, hein? Caraca.
Oh, you're here. Lynette and
Escorpião
Jillian
que
are
parece
busy
que é a
getting ready,
armadura das
so
placas.
please come with me.
Bom, gente, muito obrigado a todo mundo que assistiu. Não esqueça de clicar no gostei e se inscrever. Até a próxima, galera, com mais jogo, mais vídeo. Valeu!
That puppet in the middle, is that Lynette? She's so pretty.
It started. Keep your voice down.
Wow, I thought it would be hard to follow, but in the end it was actually very clear.
Even though her face was expressionless and she didn't speak the whole time, I felt like I could really
こちらの
understand
動画
how
は
the
15カ
protagonist
国
was
語の
feeling.
翻訳字幕が使えます。はい、どうも皆さんこんにちは、ひでチャンネルです。今回はイラストワンポイントアドバイスということで、オンラインサロンにご投稿いただいたこちらのイラストを添削していってみたいと思います。初めて投稿させていただきます。独学でイラストを練習しています。ラブライブの絵が好きで描いているのですが、なかなか近づけません。イラスト上達したいです。何か考え方が分かっていないような気がします。どなたか私がどういう状況なのか、どのような練習をしたらいいのか教えていただけないでしょうか。よろしくお願いいたします。ということで今回はこちらの投稿者様のお悩みに答えていってみたいと思います。イラストを独学で学んでいる人の中には、その投稿者様と同じようになかなか成長を感じられずに、自分は何か考え方が間違っているんじゃないかといったお悩みを抱えている人も多いと思いますが、今回の動画を見ていただければ、初心者の人が成長を感じられない根本原因が何なのかが分かっていただけると思うし、キャラクターを似せて描くためのテクニックも合わせてご紹介したいと思います。この方法を使って描いていただければ、キャラクターを似せて描くのが苦手な人でもかなりキャラクターの特徴を捉えて描くことができるようになると思いますので、独学で絵の勉強をしているけど、
The early critics give all the reviews.
What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Ah, the first half was a huge success. Even I
こちら
can
の動
tell
画
the
は
acting
15
was
カ国語の
top
翻
tier.
訳字幕が使えます。
My apologies,
はい、どうも皆
Mr.
さん、こんにちは、ひで
Maloney.
チャンネルです。
Please,
今回はイラ
excuse
ス
me
トワ
for
ン
a
ポイントアド
second.
バイスということで、
I need to have a little talk with my actors.
Oh, very well. Hey, while you're at it, this might be a good time to talk future collaborations with Lynette.
Are you guys sure this is gonna work? What if Director Mariyu pushes back? We're already halfway there. We can't back out now. All we need to do is stick to the plan.
What is this plan that you're so intent on hiding from me?
Director Mariyu, I thought you were talking to Maloney and the critics.
Korantan and Armory have both finished their articles. I went to greet them as a mere formality, but you seem to have availed yourselves of my absence during the first half to defy me. What have you done? Was that really Lynette playing the lead role?
Ta-da!
Director Mariyu? I was the one playing the lead role just now.
I switched costumes and masks with Jillian so that I could be the protagonist's companion and stay out of the limelight.
Lynette, why on earth would you do this?
You know my acting is amateur. The only reason, if they'd seen me in the leading role during the first half, they wouldn't be expecting anything more. But what happens now that they've seen Jillian in the role? If you force me to play the lead in the second half, they'll be wondering, why is the actress suddenly giving such an underwhelming performance right at the climax of the whole story? These are just some of the questions that will be on everyone's minds during the There's only one way for you to save your reputation. And that's to keep Jillian as the lead all the way to the end.
Absolutely not. I'd sooner announce that we're having technical difficulties and need to stop the show. If I keep Jillian as the lead for the second half, what do you think will happen in the curtain call when she takes her mask off? Everyone will see that we've changed actors. What will your fans think? They're only here because of you. And what about all the critics who support you? If we get on the wrong side of them, it'll be the death of the whole show. There'd be tickets to refund, fines to pay for breach of contract. The whole troupe's hard work would go down the drain. Don't you see how much this would cost us? You can't just take a job on a whim, then abandon your responsibility the moment you don't feel like doing it anymore. You're playing games with other people's hopes and dreams.
Director, marry you, please. You're not being fair to Lynette.
Actually, Jillian, he's half right. I did kind of take this on a whim. But my responsibility here is making sure you get back the role that belongs to you.
And I guess part of that responsibility lies with me, considering I badgered you into accepting the job. Sorry I'm a little late to the show. Work's been keeping me pretty busy lately.
Lenny? What do you want? Do you think you can snap your fingers and make all my problems magically disappear?
That might be a little tricky. But instead, I could make something else magically appear.
What's this?
A draft complaint letter, my contract, your legal fees, reimbursement for the tickets, and an advance on the penalty fee for breach of contract. Mr. Merrihew, I'm stepping down from the leading role, regardless of whether you choose to cancel the rest of today's show.
If you do suffer unforeseen financial losses from this, you're free to seek damages as per the contract. And if you want to file a lawsuit, there's a draft here that you can use if you need it.
What? I can't believe this. You're literally handing me a lawsuit against you with a straight face. Of course. All this Mora, it's a pittance to you, isn't it? Must be nice to have the luxury of prior success and fame. Look at us. We're huge stars. One minute we want to go on stage. The next we feel like backing out of the contract. But that's okay. We're famous. We can afford it. You have no respect for other people's work. You're treating other people's hopes and dreams like a big joke. You don't give a hoot how much this show means to other people. You don't even care that the whole production might have to shut down because of you.
That's not true. I do care. And I'm under no illusion as to how much this show means to you.
Oh, brilliant deduction there. Of course it means a lot to me. This is my show. That's the only reason I asked you to be in it in the first place.
Really? Then why do your eyes tell a different story? The way you look at me, it's full of contempt. Almost as if I've destroyed your work of art.
What? I would never think that.
A couple days ago, I asked some associates to do some digging for me. I was interested to know who else you invited to play the lead apart from Lynette. Surprise, surprise. Turns out that all the other famous actresses you asked either had prior commitments or weren't a good fit for the role. They all turned you down.
And I would have turned you down too, if not for an unlikely set of coincidences.
You didn't send those invitations because you were looking for a better actress than Jillian, but because your investor wanted a big name in your show, right?
Director, marry you.
To get Maloney on your side, you chose to make Jillian the understudy, and then look for an opportunity for her to take the lead.
I bet you were torn at first, weren't you? Do you stick to the tried and tested formula? Choose Lynette, use her celebrity to get the critics on your side so that you and your investors can line your pockets?
Or do you choose Jillian, so that you and your longtime collaborator can stage the show of your dreams? The original, unedited version of The Lost Puppet.
Oh, I didn't betray myself.
You mentioned prior success and fame earlier, but you're a well-known director yourself, with countless works to your name. Wouldn't that make you successful too? Or maybe, deep down, none of your current...
Right now, you have an opportunity to send Jillian onto that stage and perform the second half as you always imagined it, faithful to your original script. Your work would be displayed for all of Fontaine to see.
Did you say perfect?
Or will you act now before Maloney and the critics can protest and make your dream come true on the stage? And Jillian's dream. In fact, the dreams of the whole troupe.
The whole troupe?
Director Mariu? Actually, most of the money Lenny brought came from us. We all chipped in.
We've worked with you for many years now. Your troupe has been here for you all the way from the empty theaters where we first performed to the Opera House today. We watched as you slowly started down a path you used to despise. The path of powerful connections, drinks receptions, backdoor deals with critics, and collaborations based on fame instead of talent.
But this is just a temporary measure. I did it for the good of the troupe. And besides, this is how the whole industry works. Everyone else is doing it.
Yes, we know. Back when you started, you had to bite the bullet and do these things to keep the troupe afloat. But then what happened? You began to embrace these methods more and more, becoming so reliant on them that every show you put out is overhyped by the media, and every script you write is edited to suit some celebrity's needs. Surely you must have Maloney's...
Well,
next time, huh?
Unfortunate.
I won't turn my back on my dreams any longer, Director.
Me neither.
I had dreams.
Huh. The plot here seems a little...
The protagonist wanted to return...
And in the end, she forgot herself amidst the applause and cheers of her fellow puppets.
Hey, no spoilers!
Who are cons?
No need to be, but in truth, I believe...
Really? What's worrying me? It's... What if people only came... It feels like I've been...
We're right here with you.
Wow.
Okay.
I love... Could always leave my mask on.
Jillian, you were amazing! Well...
Really?
What looked like an actor and...
Hey, Mariu!
Our articles...
Hey now.
Hold on. The decision was mine. Mariu!
Director Mariu, Mr. Maloney, what on earth is going on? Why was Lynette not in the lead? It took a lot of
Wait, Lenny, in this play, we took that idea. It's similar to... It allows the audience...
Hold on.
Oh, I see.
That's probably...
Maybe so.
You must have worked it out by the end.
Cancel the show.
A very valid criticism. Plus, it looks like Jillian is...
Maloney,
Oh, one other... Anyway, and I'm sure today's audience... Oh, of course.
Thank you both so much. Without the two of you, who knows? I always told myself, just like you're right. Anyway, I've been looking.
Ah, yes.
Let-
I'm sorry.
Lynette.
Yeah, me neither.
Wait.
Oh, Dean, as I recall.
Oh, well.
I understand that, but next time.
Got it.
Why do I feel...
Hey, here you are. Great! Everyone's in one place. What do you think? It's group photo time. Okay, everyone?
Oh. Am I...
Lynette, Traveler, come on. 3, 2, 1, smile!